What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of GIVIN GAME PODCAST. I'm your host, Rickey! And today, we got a special guest, y'all. My next guest, you've probably seen him on Shameless, The Rookie, Snowfall, Rail on Fox, and most recently, my boy's playing jazz in Bel Air. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jordan L. Jones.
Woo,
yeah!
Yeah. Everybody calm down. Everybody relax.
Relax.
Everybody
Ladies, chill.
Relax. Okay, yeah. I'll talk after.
We'll talk after. My dog. What is up,
What's
man?
up, Rickey, man?
Hey, man.
Hey, I just want to say this. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be doing this with you, man.
Come on, man.
Y'all don't know, but Rickey used to be my idol in basketball. Back in the day, I was in my public school, like third, fourth grade. He was always older than me, but whenever I see this, like him hoop, like, bro, like we used to talk about. It's so funny how
Frank D. Parent, man. It's
Frank
crazy.
D. Parent, man.
It's crazy.
Shout out Slauson and Corning.
Yeah.
For real.
Way back,
real,
man. That was hey, Jordan has been my very first fan. Like, before I even know.
Man, he had no idea.
I didn't know it, dog.
Me, shout out my homie Casey, shout out my homie Jamal. They'll probably watch this. Realistically, we used to talk about you all the time.
Really?
I promise, bro.
That's
I promise.
I promise.
I was like, bro, he was the realest nigga I've ever seen. The realest. When I was young, I was like, this nigga's real, bro. This nigga is crazy.
That's what people don't. Hey, man.
They don't know. They don't know. It's all good.
They don't really. They
we
don't
all,
really
you know,
know.
we're actors now. You know,
We actors. They don't really know the past.
Know.
The past, Rickey. It's like, man.
But he's always been a bucket.
He's
always been a bucket. Always.
Hey, man, I was getting it in, man. That was my life. That was what I was dedicating my life to before the acting day. I was like, I'm gonna be in the NBA. I'm going for it.
No,
I'm going for it. But yeah, like, you know, shit happens, man. But
you know,
we here now, man. And it's this gonna be fun. This gonna be fun.
Absolutely.
So I always start this off with just like, you know, I mean, I know, but for the people out there, where you from?
I am from Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
I was born in Dallas though. So
okay.
I'm from Dallas.
Yeah.
My whole family lives in Dallas, Texas, but I moved out here when I was 5.
Okay.
So, and I'm 29 now, so you know, I'm really from here.
Yeah, exactly.
What preschool, like, you know, what school did you go to? I'll say a whole bunch of LA stuff. But if there was a circle of people that were like, hey, I'm from Dallas, I'd be like, I'm from Dallas too.
Yeah.
You know, but my whole family's from Dallas. Those are my roots. I got Southern roots. And shout out Oak Cliff, Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shout it out.
But no, I'm an LA dude. Even my family from Dallas tells me you're from LA.
Yeah, man. You LA. I mean, that's where we met. That's what I was like.
Yeah.
You out here. So and you came out here. You never. Acting was not even like.
No.
Because you 5, so obviously you wasn't like a child actor. You wasn't.
I mean, yeah, you know how it is. Everybody, you know, when you're growing up, you want to be famous in some type of sport.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be a basketball player, football player.
Exactly.
But then once I realized that wasn't gonna happen, even though I'm nice, don't get it twisted. I'll give you a bucket. That's really what I do though. No, but I did my first commercial like 11th grade.
Okay.
And the first audition I ever went out on, I got. It was for NFL Play 60, Sports Authority. You remember the NFL Play 60 commercials?
Yeah.
But like giving back to the kids.
Yeah.
I was one of those kids.
What?
And my first audition ever I got. And I was like, maybe this might be, you know, be for me. Like I was a class clown.
Yeah.
I was getting kicked out of class a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, maybe this entertainment thing is, you know, the way I should go. So it wasn't something I ever thought about. My mom, you know, shout out my mom, tells the story.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she didn't support me, but she did not want me to act because she knows the you know, it's a very tumultuous road.
Yeah. Because your mom's an actress.
Yes, my mom was an actress. My mom tells the story. She's in The Oval.
Yep. Check it out.
There's The Oval. She's in Young and the Restless.
She's in a lot of stuff.
Nice
Acrimony. Yeah.
But no, she didn't want me to act. Not on some non-support type shit. It was like, I know how hard it is, and you're my son, and I'm looking out for you.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to act, I'm okay with it because I know how hard it is. And I was like, no, I do. And so, you know, the rest is history. But, you know, my mom's very supportive. But, yeah, I didn't.
Wow.
It wasn't something I really thought about till maybe 11th grade.
Really?
And then I went to U of A, University of Arizona.
Okay.
And then I transferred to USC. And I knew I wanted to be in entertainment, but I didn't know what specifically.
So you were still finding it?
Yeah, I was still finding it. And then I
stages.
became a PA, you know what I'm saying? For
Really?
it was a show called Home and Family on the Universal lot.
Okay.
And I was doing all like the dirty work, scrubbing
And
trailers.
that was your first intro to like the business, like being on
Absolutely.
After the NBA 60 commercial. That was your first experience like on set.
Absolutely. I was scrubbing trailer. I was seeing celebrities and I was like, okay, I think I want to do this. I think I want to somehow be on TV. If it's comedy, if it's drama, I don't care.
Yeah.
I definitely want to be the guy that is the famous guy.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Some people ask all the time, like, you want to be rich or you want to be famous?
Yeah.
I want to be famous.
Really?
Yeah. I would love to be rich along the way too.
Please elaborate. I want to hear because that's
okay.
I've never heard someone say that they want to be famous over rich. It's like I'll take the bag any day, but please expound upon that.
Well, hopefully, you being famous, it comes with you being rich. Hopefully, you know. But realistically, if I do something that impacts other people, I want people to know who impacted them. So that's why I want to be famous. Oh my God, this dude was so funny. I was having a really shitty day, and this guy cheered up my day. Yeah. Who is that guy? It was Jordan L. Jones. You know what I'm saying? I want to be that guy. Oh my God, I love him on the screen. I love him in Bel Air. Yeah. I want you to know who you love.
Yeah.
Instead of, I have a lot of people who was like, yo, extremely rich, and they're behind the scenes. I don't hate the camera. Yeah. I'm just chilling. But like, if you come to my house, you'll know.
Yeah.
It's not in like a egotistical way or anything. I just like, I want to impact people's lives with entertainment. And if you know that I did that, I'm glad that I helped you. You know?
Because everybody, I mean, that's what, the artists for. People come to escape. They're going through something, so they go see a movie and like to escape from the everyday trauma.
Exactly. So I'm trying to be that guy.
You're like, I'm the one that's helping you escape that.
Well, not
what you do to your life.
Wait, I'm crying. Now, who made you laugh, nigga?
Who made you laugh? Remember when you was going through that shit in your life?
Hey, what's my whole name? Say my whole name. In a way, yeah. Then yeah. Because it's not about being egotistical or anything like that. It's just, I want to be that, like, oh my God, Jordan L. Jones, he's the one who did that. He's the one who did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I just want to be known for what I do rather than just make money. You know what I mean? And that's just how I feel. I love making money. That's a great thing. Everyone does.
Yeah.
But putting a name to somebody that influenced you in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. And so you caught the bug late high school. You finding yourself in college. So you're doing the PA. So how did you start to transition into working as an actor? Give me. I want, because this whole podcast is for people who are aspiring to be, actors or artists or whoever my guest is. So you're, a successful actor. Give the people some game on like, how did you start?
Okay, I will. I said I was a PA, and literally, I'm not gonna advise what I'm like. My road is not what I'm telling people to do.
Yeah,
you know
What I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you my road, and you can take with it, as you may. But I was a PA on a show called Home and Family. I was doing lockups. I was doing crafty, cleaning dishes, everything. Yeah. It was great. Yeah. No, it was terrible. But you learn a lot.
Yeah.
And I would say there was one day. There was literally one day where I just literally was like, okay, I'll put it this way. When you're an actor, you go out on auditions. When you go auditions, you get that from your manager or your agent. Hey, you have an audition tomorrow. Yeah. Now, if you have a job, though, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. Because it's like, you have an audition tomorrow at 2. Well, I have to be up at 6 and go work from 6 to 6. So I can't do that audition. Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, in a way, what do you want? Right now, what do you want? Yeah. And I went on a whim, and I just was like, fuck it. Seriously. Like I had rent and stuff due,
What?
and I was good. You know, niggas have savings and stuff like that. But I was like, you know, I'm gonna quit and just see where this road takes.
So you quit the PA stuff?
Quit the PA stuff because I didn't really like it like that. But it was like sometimes you gotta do stuff that you don't like to be like, yeah, you know, I put my foot in the game. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I was on.
Okay.
I didn't know where this road would take me. I didn't.
Yeah.
I just was like, you know what, let's quit and let's see if I put everything into it.
Yeah.
And so then I got a manager from one of my best friends. His mom was good friends with my manager to this day.
Really?
And she, because we're good friends, I'm his best friend, my homie Jacob Hazard.
Yeah.
We were good friends. And his mom referred me to my now manager. And then my manager was like, okay, we'll come in for our audition. Our audition was good.
What management is this?
Main Title.
Main Title. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And, you know, it was, I auditioned for them. Not that for a role, just to be like, oh, are you good enough? And they were like, yeah.
Yeah.
And my first audition ever I got. Ever. And that was the NFL Play 61.
What?
It was.
So you auditioned to get with the management.
Yes.
So
and actually, well, that was the first one. The first audition I went with them was something for, it wasn't NCIS, but it was like a true crime type thing.
Okay. CSI.
Criminal Minds is what I did.
Yeah.
And
The
I got a
original,
call
the
back.
Shamar Moore?
Yes.
Okay.
And I got a call back. I didn't get the role, but I got a call back.
Okay.
And for the first time, it was like, oh, I got it. And, you know, not rest is history, but I'll say this. When you're on this journey, right? And from there, I did the rail show, and then
we got
exactly.
I want to ease the people into
exactly. You know, I'll say what I'm about to say because I'm gonna say it before this ends. But there is not a specific road, but there's a mentality to this whole acting thing. But we're probably getting into that, though.
Oh yeah. Once you got the manager, were you taking classes? What was your route to becoming a better actor?
Yes, I definitely took classes. I took classes, but I would say that there's some times where, depending on the class and depending on who you are, it doesn't mesh. So, like for me, like in jazz on Bel Air, like I'm kind of being me in a way.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to be I'm doing the Meisner technique, I'm doing method acting, I'm doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like I'm not gonna tell people not to do these things because these are great methods to acting.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like when you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
And not saying that like you can't be fine tuned or anything, but don't completely change
who you
your
are.
method.
Yeah.
You know. And there's certain classes where I'll take because I think it's gonna be beneficial.
Yeah.
And I'll take it and be like, so you're asking me to kind of throw away everything that I am. And I'll be like, okay, I can't do that.
Yeah. Because I mean,
that's why I get casted.
Exactly.
Everybody's different, but how I get casted is how I act and
your mannerisms and everything.
Love that guy.
But that's what you need to have, through all of your acting, whatever class you take, you still have to have that core of who you are because that's what separates you from every other actor that's in that room.
Separates you.
So
exactly.
you have to
have that thing that
mm-hmm.
all y'all are good.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, y'all all up for the main part. Mm-hmm. But who stands out?
Exactly. And your little nuances and your little special sauce that you bring to it, the little mannerisms that make you is what you have to find in the script to bring it to that role, and that separates you. That's what's going to make you different. You're doing it exactly how the page is.
The reason why you're in the callbacks is because we thought all y'all was good, not just you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you have to find those things that you said it perfectly. Find those things that separate you, but not also like don't go too crazy. But it's a small little subtle things. It was like, man,
the little nuances.
When he smiled right there, I like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? For real.
And that's what I feel is important. I mean, I always tell people like when you take a class. Like, even when I would take classes, I would take the class, but I would take what works for me.
Exactly.
Because like you said, not one technique is just like, that's the one technique that works, and I'm going to ride it all the way through. It's like, no. Take a little bit from this, take a little bit from that, and stir it up in your little pot and make your own technique. Because not the full technique in its entirety is not going to work for you. You may just like just a few things from that technique, and then you're like, all right, I like that. I don't really like what they're talking about that, and I'm going to go to this other class, and I'm going to take that from there. So yeah.
and on top of that, everybody's so different.
Mm-hmm.
So every technique won't work for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
There might be somebody who's a elaborate, famous, great actor.
Yeah.
Who took the Meisner technique or whatever technique.
Uh-huh.
There might be somebody who didn't take no technique.
Yeah.
But that's their lane. They're different actors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but she probably won't be watching this, so it's cool.
Hey man, don't let that say my fan base. We gonna grow. We gonna have
no, not really that, but just like, you know, she is Sam Rockwell's acting coach.
Oh, shit.
Sam Rockwell's in Charlie's Angels. Like,
Yeah.
if you Google him, you'll know who Sam
IMDb.
Rockwell is. And he's a great actor. Great.
Yeah.
But I'm not Sam Rockwell. I can never be him.
Mm-hmm,
I can never be Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
No matter if I get big or whatever, I will never. Denzel is not Leonardo.
Yeah.
They probably have two different techniques.
Exactly.
So that has nothing to do with how, you know, great you are as an actor or how established or successful. It has nothing to do with that. It's about what works for you. And for me, you know, sometimes you get into these acting guys. Well, you know, I coached him and I coached him and I didn't say on this and this. But that's great.
Yeah.
But I'm not him.
Yeah.
So does that work for me? Am I trying to be him?
Yeah.
No. Okay. So then that it's actually not important. You know. So like there were certain techniques that I learned, but I'm like, hey, even though like he's one of my idols, I'm black, kind of quirky, like, you know what I'm saying? I can never be that.
Yeah.
Now, of course, like, yeah, you can if you did enough practice. Of course, yeah, I can, sure. But realistically, the way that he taps in is not the way that everybody
Exactly, because everybody learns differently and everybody's their own different person. So
exactly.
What classes did you take?
I took improv, comedy classes.
For like Groundlings, UCB?
I took Groundlings and UCB.
Did both? I did both too.
I did both. And I've done drama class. Scott Sedita. Shout out Scott.
Okay, Scott Sedita.
Scott Sedita.
Eight characters. It's a great book. 8 characters.
Hey,
that's a great book.
Great book.
That's a
honestly,
great book. Yeah.
Great book. And I think the thing about all these classes, like, you're not going to take everything, but there's one thing that you probably will take. And you're like, okay.
Hold on to that. Yeah.
You hold on to it.
Yeah.
So I did UCB 101, and instead of going to 102, I just went to Groundlings. And did Groundlings 101.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, because I want to see how y'all teach.
Exactly.
Like both people teach.
Exactly.
So yeah, and then after that is when I got the rail show, and then.
And that, so that's so, you got, you know, the manager, and then you were taking these classes in between and auditioning.
Because she, you know, my manager is like, hey, you should take these classes.
Yeah.
Take this acting class. Take this comedy class. Do this.
Okay.
If you don't want to, like, you know, we'll talk about it. But like, these are the classes because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I represent. Sorry, people. Yeah, you know, I represent, you know, a whole bunch of actors and actresses.
Yeah.
I kind of know what they did too,
Yeah,
so like maybe she do this class. She has contacts and everything. So
got you. So you were, you know, building that resume up with the classes before you, like, while you were.
And I had never taken a class, so I don't know what to get or what will be bad or anything. This is, you know, I'm an actor. Let's take the acting class. You know.
Ah, interesting. So you're taking those classes. Then you started to book. Was the rail wasn't the book? Was that the first booking, or were you doing like guest stars and stuff before?
I did a couple. I think about rail was that it was really an anomaly, as in like when I got my manager is basically when I first started acting, like actually going to auditions.
Yeah, and
that was like September. I think it was like 2017. I've been acting for like 5 years. It was crazy.
What?
So it's only 5 years.
What?
And it was like September.
Yeah.
And then I think like February, I got it. Like I got
2018?
this series regular. And I did Disjointed, which is on Netflix.
Okay.
With Kathy Bates, Chris Redd, Tone Bell. I was on there. I think that was my first thing I got, like guest star.
That was before Rail?
Yeah, before Rail.
Okay.
And then I did NCIS.
Okay.
And those were before Rail. And then within 5 or 6 months, I got the series regular, which is an anomaly. Like,
that's a very, it really is
an
that's an anomaly. Like
truly,
crazy.
No, for real. And my mom would always remind me of that. She was like, just so you know, this is not how this shit go.
Yeah.
Like, this is not how that shit go. Like, yes, you got this show.
Yeah.
But in between Rail and Bel Air is when I really got the, okay, this is what acting is really like. Oh, I'm great for this role. Oh, I'm doing great. Oh, the director said I was phenomenal. And I don't hear back.
You don't hear nothing.
My mom always says, this is the profession of no. So you know if you love it, if you stay in it. Like, you know you love it because you'll stay in it.
Yeah, you have to.
Because you get a lot of, it's like, if you go out for a bank, like, if you, I was about to say auditioning, but if you're applying for a job, I don't know what that means. I've never, like as a bank teller, and your resume is perfect, and you are available whenever they want you.
Yep.
You will probably get that job.
You will get that job.
Acting is the opposite.
I've said this on another one of my episodes, that this is the only profession where you can be exceptional at your job.
Exceptional.
And still not get it.
And not get it. And
because there's so many politics. They don't even tell you. You don't even get a reason.
My nephew a favor, so he gonna play. He gonna play a little Gerald on the new
Nepotism. Nepotism is real.
That's not all how it is, but that's the only profession. Well, not the only. I'm gonna say few, because I don't. Somebody be like, oh no, but in this and this we do this. Like, you're right. So very few professions where you go to audition, you're perfect.
Yeah.
I'm only saying I'm perfect because they told me.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. Hey, can you do it one more time for producers? Great. Hey, we're doing it. Everything. Oh my God. Hey, hope to see you soon. You were phenomenal.
Yeah.
And never hear nothing.
Nothing. And don't even tell you why.
Don't.
You just at the home twiddling your thumbs like, why the hell? I thought, and that's where
and
it
you
gets,
see it on TV. You're like, wait.
Yep. But you will never know why that person got it over you. Like, especially if it's like the same, if it's the same race and same everything. It's like, wait, what they told me I was perfect. Now I can see if they cast a white guy, it's like, okay, they just went another route. But if it's the same, it's like, what?
Yeah. And sometimes in auditioning, they like fuck with you. So like, when I was in NCIS, that role was not for me. Like, I got NCIS and All Rise were two examples of something that, and I did like little guest stars. Like, it wasn't like a big thing, but as an actor, you trying to get the role no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And for both of those, I wasn't prepared. And that's why I go back to, like, if it's for you, it's for you. Mm-hmm. There's times that you audition and you're attached to the character now. You did it perfectly. You don't get it, and it hurts so much. And of course, but there's sometimes like All Rise. I was at Rail had a premiere for his stand-up special.
Okay.
And I had no service.
Yeah.
And at like 11 when we were done, they were like, you have an audition at 8. And I was like, well, I already been drinking. And I cannot go learn these lines. They were like, okay, well, go in there tomorrow, just get in front of the directors. Cool. I go in there, I cold read it, bro.
This is for All Rise?
All Rise.
Yeah.
Cold read it. When I say cold read, bro, like, on the way there, I'm finally seeing, like, okay, so what's this about? Okay, I play this dude's friend. I go in there, and they were like,
what's this shit I'm going
no,
for?
I think, they were like, nah, that was good. Go outside, just learn for 5 minutes, come back in. Came back in, got the role. NCIS was for, the description was 25-year-old white male, long hair. His favorite band is Fish. I don't even know Fish. Phish. Fish. People probably know what it is. But like, as a black dude, I didn't listen to Fish. But I'm like, okay. And I can't make myself be that. So they were like, just go in there and do your own thing. I went in there, did my own thing, and they were like, yeah, we like that.
So they
we like that.
It.
And I'm saying all this to say that, like, acting is so, like, not controllable.
It's not controllable.
There's people who probably fit that description.
Yeah.
And were like, damn, I didn't get that. He told me I was great.
Yeah.
And I was the perfect what he looked at. But then this black guy came in and did this completely different hairstyle. Did not act like he knew Fish. It was just like doing the lines.
But I mean, that's important for people to know, is that you don't have to get locked into what the script says.
Yeah, because
all of that can
change their mind.
You can rewrite that shit like that.
Yeah.
So when you see, because sometimes you read a script and they be like, white male, tall, and it's like, dog, why are they sending?
I'm
me
not
this
gonna
shit?
go out
I'm
because why?
Like, why? Like what? But no, all of that can change.
Yep.
Like you can change their mind. You can do your special sauce and do your own little twist to it, and they're like, I never saw the character, but I like that more than how I had it
though. But that wasn't what we thought for this character. But actually, he would be perfect right there.
Exactly.
End up getting it.
What?
And it was not that I remember arguing with my managers about this. I was like, are y'all not reading?
Yeah.
Like, well, stop sending me out for stuff that I'm not about to.
Yeah.
What? 25-year-old, long hair, white guy, stoner guy. Stoner white guy. And I'm like, all right, well, if y'all want me to, I'm kind of in a rebellious way. All right, I'm going to do it my way.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, do it your way.
Exactly. But I mean, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, because
like when you get an audition, you can't be that. You just do your way. Because I mean, for the actors out there watching, that's the only time you're going to be able to do the audition your way.
True.
Because when you get on set, they're gonna be like, you gonna do that?
You just turn it down. Do what? Remember the line you said first that was written?
Yeah,
do that.
Because when you in the audition, you like, that's the only freedom you're really gonna have. Because once you get on set, now it's like, no, we see it like this. I did it like this in the audition. Yeah, but we're gonna fine tune that a little bit now.
Don't bring that up no more.
Yeah, don't bring
just do what I say.
But yeah, that's how it be. It's like that's when you're able to do it your way. So have fun with that, audition, because
absolutely
swing for the fences, man.
Absolutely.
So you got rail. So walk us through that, man. Like, so you doing auditions. You got the guest stars and stuff like that. Just join it, and then the rail audition comes through. And that's series regular. We talked about that on another episode. Series regular is the life-changing roles. That's the height of TV. So you got the series regular audition. How did you prepare for that? Did you get a coaching? Did you I'm gonna go, like, how'd that come about?
I'll say this. Shout out my dad, Eric Ladden, my acting coach. He is so. Honestly, even though it's my, I think it's Layden actually. Eric Layden.
You don't know the acting coach name?
You know white people, they got
EL.
Eric Layden. My dog, he really is my dog. He went to USC.
Okay.
Yes.
Trojans, baby.
The crazy thing is both of my series regulars, Rail and Bel Air, he coached me for those.
Really?
And he didn't coach me through a lot because he's an actor.
Yeah.
Like, he does a lot of stuff.
Really?
And he was in the Ozark this last season.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my show.
And he's a great acting coach. He just helped me be myself. I would say that, kind of going back to what we're saying, to where, there's not certain techniques, like, the minor technique and stuff like that. Like, sometimes you just need help staying who you are because there's so many other things and alternatives and intangibles and all these, alternatives that, like, you're like, oh, so you start overthinking yourself.
Yeah, because that's what a lot of techniques do.
This is what the acting, I see him, he's an acting coach, and this is what he does, so I have to do that. But it's like, everybody's not the same. So there's times where you need an acting coach, and not just to coach you on acting, but to be like, no, you were good, dude.
Yeah.
Just keep that. Like, don't worry about, okay, and then I have to, right there. Like, everything is not that, AB, black and white. So he helped me. And with the Rail show, I would say this, and not to, just to bring both in. With the Rail and the Bel Air, you think as an actor you know everything once you go through something, and you don't. So I'll give you an example. So with the Rail show, we went to a chemistry read, and I was nervous and everything with the Rail show, but I had a chemistry read, so I was in there with Rail. Yeah. And the director, Jerry Cohen, he was like, hey, can you do that one more time?
And not to cut you off, but just for people watching, what is a chemistry read?
Chemistry read is where you go to the audition, you do the callbacks, and chemistry read is you do the audition again, but with the person that you was actually going to act with. In those scenes where you're auditioning and the character is Lil Rel Howery, now you're actually going to do the scene with him so they can see that, like, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah, because usually you're in the room with
so
just the
to
cast
find
director.
chemistry, to see the chemistry, and that's what a chemistry read is. Yes.
Go ahead. Okay.
So we did that, and the director was telling me to do it so many times,
Yeah.
to where when I left out of there, that was my first time I was ever testing for a show. Testing is when you're like the last person, you and maybe it's just you, maybe it's you and two other people out of. You started with 100, but now the network just has to okay you. So that's a test. So test is that way. And I thought I didn't get it because I was like, he asked me to do it. He was like, oh, just do it that way. Do it less funny. Okay, now turn this way. Okay, do it with this type of tone and do it this way. And I'm like, okay, he told me to do it so many times. I probably wasn't doing it right.
Yeah.
long story short, ended up getting it. Talked to him, and he was like, "No, I had to make sure that you were like directable." Like, as in, I can tell you direction and you can follow them quickly.
Right on.
Because if not, then you're going to be a hassle to work with.
You're the series regular.
Yeah,
so you're going
like,
to be working all different episodes.
Exactly.
So you got to know if you're going to be able to.
And also, like, if I tell you something, can you do it? Or do you have to be like, oh, what does that mean? Like, are you hard on, you know? So.
Especially in TV, because TV is fast.
Especially sitcoms.
Yeah,
sitcom.
Oh, yeah, it was sitcoms, multicam. Yeah.
Sitcom. There was times I'm being funny, but they were like, hey, say that joke faster. We only got 24 minutes.
Yeah.
We only... Boom. All right. Audience done laughing. Go. Go. Like, we'd have cues. Yes. It's different. So, fast forward, I get the Bel Air callback. Yeah. And the callback was just chemistry because we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Wait, I want to get into, like, how you got Bel Air.
Okay, we'll do that. So yeah, that's how I got the real show.
Yeah. But that's how you got the real show. But
and I thought I didn't get it, but I ended up getting it because he was telling me to do so many things. But I guess I was good at. Obviously, I was good at my job, but I was good at taking direction.
Yeah.
Okay, do it that way. Are we going to have to spend 10 minutes on you when we switching it, or can you just do it like that? And that's a big thing, especially in this entertainment. It's like, because time is money.
Time is money,
like,
man.
okay,
Time
I know you're talented, but do we have to wait for you to tap in or anything?
Yeah.
Or not tap in, but like, okay, if I make a change, is it going to take a day for you to get that? But so that was one of the reasons why I got casted, and it started in a way my trajectory of my acting career.
Yeah, and we're gonna get into that trajectory right after we change these batteries. So y'all stay tuned. Hold up. we were talking about how you got real, so you got the audition call back, the chemistry read and everything. So after that, did a full season of that, right?
Yep.
And then what happened? Because it didn't get picked up.
Yeah, did not get picked up for a season 2, and that's when I became an actor, the true actor. Where if you really an actor, this is gonna take a while.
Yeah,
So I was in a series regular, and I think maybe it hit a little harder for me because I was already used to being on TV every week.
Ooh.
And then you're like, okay, now I'm not on TV at all.
Yeah.
And even if you do, I'll say this: I was on Shameless. I was on in between that and Bel Air,
yeah.
Shameless, Snowfall, All Ross,
yes.
A lot of stuff. But once you're used to being on TV every week, it hit like you doing certain stuff doesn't. It's like if you go to the NBA and you're the main player, and now you're still in the NBA, but now you're coming off the bench. People are like, bro, you're in the NBA. Why do you even care? But you're like, but I'm so used to that. This is a transition for me. So
I remember you said that when we talked one time. I was like, yeah, that's why you're on.
Yeah, I saw you on Shameless.
You was like,
you on TV all the time, huh? I'm like, yeah, but like,
he's like, no, I was
with
on TV
and you know this, it's like either you shoot it and that shit come out 4 or 5 months later, maybe 6, maybe next year.
Yeah.
So you're like, yeah, you saw me and that's cool. I'm on TV because it's streaming and you can put me on anytime. But like, I ain't worked in 6 months, and it's like that. So that's when I learned the actual like journey of acting, because when I started acting, it was, like I said, it was like 2017, 2018, like 2017, I think, like September, and then by February I was already serious regular, and I already booked 2 things before that. So I was like, this easy, this is fake easy. Like,
y'all out here struggling, like what's that about?
Man, shit, I guess I'm nice. It's like, no, it has nothing to do with you being nice.
Yeah,
like,
just, like what's for you?
It's for you, and I guess the things that I was going out for. Right now, I'm on Bel Air, so like hindsight, it's like I'm glad I went through everything.
Yeah.
During it, I'm like, bro, I was better than that nigga. You go on and you see certain stuff. The thing about an actor is that you audition for something and then you'll see that thing on TV. Duh, because that's what you auditioned for.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was supposed to be. Well, not supposed to be, but like I auditioned for that,
you went out for that.
And that's one of the things that you have to kind of learn how to separate. I'm sure maybe I'll reiterate myself, on another question, but I'll say that, like, especially with social media and stuff, man, it's so hard to live your life and stay true to who you are because of what other people are doing. For example, I'm an actor, but damn, I see this guy, he's my age, he's my complexion, he looks just like me, and he's killing it. Damn, I need to do more,
Yeah.
I need to. Oh man, I must be failing because this guy's younger than me and he's doing this. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah,
no matter what you're doing.
I remember I saw that shit. I saw who. It's not even like the same question. It's just the like it was the same age. Jennifer Lawrence. We have the same birthday.
Okay.
August 15th. So is Nipsey. R.I.P. We got the same birthday. So I remember, I never forget, I was watching the Oscars and she won the Oscar for like Silver Linings Playbook.
Okay.
And I was like, what? She won the Oscar? What? I looked her up. Same birthday, born same day. We the same age. And at that time, she was like, shit now. I was like, what the fuck? She's 25. I'm 25. What the fuck am I doing? But it's like, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
And
you know why you really can't do that for real? Is because when you do make it, people don't even care about what you did before, which is why it's important to do what you did before. Yeah. Give you an example: Kevin Hart, Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, when he blew up, what the fuck? Yeah. Kevin Hart, this funny as this new guy. Yeah. He had to stand up his grade. It's like, bro, he was in Paper Soldiers, bro. Yeah. In 03. Like, I've been watching him when he didn't straight to Netflix, like straight to DVD time. Viola Davis got an Oscar for Fences. Mm-hmm. But man, this woman, she came out of nowhere. Viola Davis has been acting for 25, 30 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just didn't notice her. Viola Davis was in The Help with Octavia Spencer. Yep. But then when they get big, it's like, man, this new actress, she's great.
She just blew up out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. It takes 10 years to become an overnight success. You already know. Yep. And so it's funny when you see people like, yo, this new guy or this new, like, y'all think they knew. They've been doing this longer than you even started watching shit.
They've been in, yeah. We've been watching shit.
Been for 30 years now. I ain't 30 yet. Yeah. There's a lot of people who do that.
Because it's just so much, I mean, there's so much content, but it's like the thing that hits, like that one movie or that one show that.
This new guy, man, he's so funny.
They just came up out of nowhere. Like,
he been doing shit. I just didn't see him.
Bryan Cranston. That motherfucker was on Malcolm in the Middle.
He was. I didn't even notice that was him.
I didn't even know either. I was like,
you didn't even notice it was him, bro. Bro, like, Kevin Hart played Anthony Anderson's sidekick in Scary Movie 3. Yep. My Ashaniqua, bro. Yeah. And that nigga was always funny. I was like, man, that's a funny dude. Don't know who he is. But hilarious. Yeah. He blows up, and I start rewatching stuff like, that was Kevin Hart. Yeah, that was Kevin Hart in 40-year-old version when he had one scene in 40-year-old version. Don't be my Negro, be my nigga.
Both y'all,
both y'all niggas. And that was a funny scene with the other guy who is the main actor, and it's a funny scene. Years later, you're like, damn, Kevin Hart, and then you rewatch an old movie from 10 years ago, and you be like, nigga, that was him.
Yeah, because you just like, oh, that's a funny motherfucker. And you don't really realize it till it's like, wait, till they blow up. And it's like,
blow up and be like, damn, he came out of nowhere. No, you actually already seen him before. Yeah. He just was in one scene.
Yeah. He just in one scene.
You didn't notice because the whole movie's not about him.
Exactly. So, he's just a little character in it, a little plays his part and then is out.
So yeah, man. I mean, we're rambling, but just to go back, you know what I'm saying, after Rail, you get into like, you know, where, okay, this is what really acting is about. This is where, you know, what I'm talking about, Kevin Hart, Viola Davis, where like years from now, they're going to be like, damn, he was in All Rise. Damn, he was in such and such.
Because you just started popping,
Like, yeah, he was in that. You just didn't know because he was just doing, was doing that. But
he
you
was
didn't
putting your 10,000 hours in,
putting your work in.
Because after the Rail, like how did that, you know, like how did you take that? Like obviously this is your first like serious regular, you like on the show, then it's like it don't go. So it's like, damn, now like.
It was tough. It was tough, but it wasn't like, not that it's too tough, but it's like, you know, you stay busy, you go on other auditions, and you in your head, you're like, you know, I know I'm talented because I'm in a series regular. That's good. So regardless, because I already know how this industry goes already, yes, it was tough, but I would never think about quitting because of the things I already accomplished. And I'm like, ain't no way I'm weak. Yeah. Because sometimes you get that self-doubt where you're like, man, maybe I'm not good. But I couldn't get that because I was like, I was on the show every week. So if I got casted for that, somebody got to cast me for something.
Exactly.
And even regardless, just knowing the journey of being an actor, it's never about how good you are. So it's like, it's kind of hard because you never, if you take my mindset in a way, you never know if you're good or not. You don't, because you're like, oh, maybe I was bad, but I can't say I was bad because I would never know. Yeah. No one tells me I'm bad.
No one, You gotta know that.
And you're rapping, honestly, bro, you're trash. I know I'm trash. That nigga listening sound trash. Everyone's telling me I'm good. Yeah. So I can't ever say I'm bad because everybody's saying I'm good. I'm not. What's frustrating is me not getting the roles, and I'm like, man, what I gotta change? What I gotta do? I gotta change my hair, all this other stuff. Yeah, that's all. But it was never anything about talent for me because I had already done something where I was like, man, if the network hired me and they thought I was good, there's no way no one else sees it. I'm not saying that I'm the greatest or anything, but there's no way that was only one person who saw how good I was, or just only them, and no one does.
And that
makes sense to me.
And that's important to like know, because you gotta, especially when you're going through this, you gotta latch on to anything you can to help you get through this shit.
Help you get through.
So you like, yo, whatever you gotta do, it's like that. Like, yo, somebody at Fox Studio, millions, multi-million dollar,
the dude who makes decisions thought I was great.
Thought you can do it. So it's not just one person. So you have to like pull from that. It's like, yo, I know I can do this again. Like, because that's the thing I tell people. It's like, yo, if you book one, you can book another.
Absolutely.
Dr. Dre says said this in Straight Outta Compton, like in an interview I saw, and he was like, anybody can get it. The hardest part is keeping it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that's the realest shit. It's like, everybody's like, oh, you got that role. It's like anybody can get it, but the hardest part is to consistently do it.
Absolutely.
Book role after role and go show to show, to movie to whatever. That's the hard part. So when you see people who've been in it and they may not be like superstars or whatever, but they've been like working consistently.
Absolutely.
That shit is hard as fuck. It's hard.
I was on the show, scenes right. I thought it was gonna be people. I was like, oh, people just gonna hire me after this. Nah, it's only specific because people assume and project certain stuff on you. They see, like, oh, you're the guy from Bel Air, so you do, and oh, you're rich and you have everything in the world, and like, bro, you have no idea actually what this journey is about. You have no idea.
Yeah,
you have no idea to be on this show and on another show, it takes a lot.
Hell yeah.
It's not like, oh, you're on one show and it's easy. No. I was on a show and it didn't work for a year and a half. Yeah. For real, you know?
So, So after you got all of that right, you got real, it went, you started doing the guest stars and stuff in between time. So now you're grinding. Did you go back, to like, did you go to class after that? Did you like try to like, because, when people, you don't get, you like, damn, do I need to go back to class? Do I need to, like, you start second guessing everything. Did you do that? Or you like, nah, I know it's still, I still got it. I just got to, keep.
It was more, no, I still got it. I just got to wait for my turn. Like, I have a pillow. Okay. Oh, it's right there. If it doesn't open, it's not your door.
Oh, shit.
And I've had that forever. And I don't know why I haven't taken out the case either, but it's
still wrapped up.
But my mom asked me one time, I was like, nah, keep it like that. Because I remember going through the journey and looking at that. And that, like, I'm a firm believer in, like, if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it never was. So it's not about you. Of course, work on your craft, get better, do everything. I'm not saying don't work.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying that when you put the work in and you know that you're good, you can't sit there and talk about what I got to do better, because it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? With this profession, it's truly not. Yeah. And I took a couple classes and stuff, but I think my managers were so gung-ho on the thing that got me to where I'm at is my natural ability to be whatever. Yeah. And let's not get too technical, because it could fuck him up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, now he's method acting and he's not getting roles because he didn't have to method act for that, and he actually could have just done what I've seen him do.
It's just to know where you at and know what's bringing you, the roles and the good feedback that you're getting. Like, because if you go and you did
that's not a bad tactic. For another role, I might have to do that. Yeah. Just for me to tap in.
But for what you're going in for right now, it's like, I don't need to go. It's not like you don't need like a British accent and you're going to have to be playing like a whole type of a dude with a speech impediment or like a limp or something. Like, you ain't going to have to do that.
Maybe while we're offset and I'm here, I got to talk like that so I can stay in. Like I heard Tom Hanks did that for Forrest Gump. And that makes sense, because he probably was like, let me stay in this. Yeah. So I'm acting that way. If you asking me to be Tom Hanks, then I can be Tom Hanks. Yeah. You're asking me to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a time and place to use it, and only because we're all different people. Yeah. So certain things work for people on certain stages, and it might not work for me. It might work for Sam Rockwell. Yeah, he's a great actor. Great actor. One of my favorite.
Wasn't he in three billboards, Ebbing, Missouri?
Wait, what?
Three billboards. I'm pretty sure he was.
Is that the wait?
That's the billboard. It won an Oscar.
I didn't see that. I was like, is that a movie? No, I haven't seen it. I gotta watch it.
Out of Ebbing, Missouri or some shit.
I gotta watch that.
That was like a few years ago. It was like an Oscar.
I'm gonna watch that. I love Sam.
Sam was in. I think he was like a sheriff or something like that.
He's been in so many things. Yeah. Even Charlie's Angels, he was so good, man. But there's certain things that work for you.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things that work for somebody else.
Yeah.
And everybody can be successful. So it's not like, oh my God, Denzel did that, so I have to do that to be great.
Yeah,
No, it's not how this works.
Stay on you, man. So with you staying on that path and doing that, you get Bel Air.
Yeah, man.
Right? That audition comes through.
Crazy story, man. Okay, I'll tell you the story about Bel Air. Bel Air, I turned down Bel Air first.
Wait, what?
Turn it down, man. Because Fresh Prince is such a great show. It's such a good, like, I still watch it every night. It's on MTV,
come on. The fucking syndication. Like,
so good, man. And it's one of my favorite shows ever. Ever. As we discussed earlier, like, man, Fresh Prince is like something everybody, it's the show.
Yeah,
it's still on.
Yes,
it's still on every night.
Going. Yep.
And I didn't read the script, so I got my manager called me and said, yo, we have this audition for you tomorrow to be the new Jazz in the Fresh Prince reboot. Now, when you hear that, I said, fuck no. I said, what? Nah, I'm good. I said, what? Do you want me to get shot in the street? Niggas are like, these are niggas who fucked up the show that's still, it's so good that it's still on and everyone watches it. That's how good it is.
You want me to get shot in the street?
I'm like, what? To play Jazz? Oh, we doing a sitcom? Y'all gonna be fucked up. So I can be the nigga who fucked up the shit? No, I'm dying because that's exactly how I felt. Call my mom. I was like, these niggas gonna be fucked up. Bro, and once again, if it's for you, it's for you.
Yeah.
And you can't even tell something no if it's for you because it'll come back.
Come back around.
And I said no? Okay.
Yeah.
The next day he called me again. I can't let you pass on this. Read the script, get back to me. I read the script.
Yeah.
I saw that said Morgan Cooper. I said, Morgan Cooper, isn't that the nigga who did the thing in like 2018, 2019, where basically like there was like a mood type trailer. It was like a mood trailer.
It went viral.
It went viral. Mm-hmm. When we saw it back then, we were just like, oh, that looks cool, whatever. But like, is it gonna be a movie? It's gonna be like, what is this? Whatever.
Yeah.
You forget about it. It was the same guy. And I was like, wait, I kind of like that. Like, when I watched it, I was like, oh, that shit is new. Like, if everything was like, I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. It's like, no. What if he actually got into a big fight?
Yeah.
And his mom was like, you can't stay here because niggas trying to kill you.
Yeah, it got dark.
Conceptually, you make it darker, and it's like, well, this actually is very realistic.
Yeah.
And so I read the script, and I was like, oh, this is that nigga. It said Morgan Cooper on it.
Yeah.
I was like, I said, okay, I'm going to go for it. I was in Atlanta. I did this audition. And another reason, the other day, this is so crazy. When you're auditioning too, especially with the pandemic, we go to self-tape people. You want to go and have good lighting and good cameras.
Yep.
You can do it on your phone if you want to.
Yeah.
But sometimes you pay that money so you can have a good audition.
Yeah.
Bro, I did that audition on my phone. And I forgot I did it on my phone because I did it in person. Because I saw it on my phone. I was like, nah, I don't really want to do it that way. I kind of look whack. Let me do it in person. There's many auditions where I'll do it on my phone and just send it in because I don't care. But something in me was like, nah, let me do it in person. I don't even remember that I did it like on my own because I only remember, like, I still have the audition tape where I did it professionally.
Yeah.
But I saw the other day, I was like, man, I really rehearsed this. And I don't know why I decided to do that, but that's God being like, this is for you. Something in my mind was like, nah, I'll go do it again. So I do it. I go to Atlanta just on like to visit my homie.
Yeah.
And then my agent calls. This was maybe 2-3 weeks later. And they were like, yo, you got chemistry for Jazz. And I like, as an actor, after you done doing an audition, you throw that shit away because you can't be attached because emotionally it's so draining.
Yeah. Oh
my God, I really want it. You probably won't get it. So don't even do it. You probably, when you're acting, you have to think that you probably won't get it. Mm-hmm. If you do, it's a blessing. But I'm going to go out for this just to get my nose out the way. The more nose I get, the closest I get to my yes. So just get out the way. I'm in Atlanta. I had to fly back that night because the next morning I had the Zoom ring. And even though I can do it over Zoom, I wanted to be at home.
In your spot. Yeah.
Superstitious. So I go home. Man, craziest thing. I'm doing it on Zoom. This will tie back to the rail thing. Doing it on Zoom.
Because you wait, just to clarify. So you did it on your phone first, and then you went somewhere else.
And then I went somewhere else to send it to them because I was like, it's cool. Like the audition is cool. So let me actually give them my professional version. There's so many times where I've done it on my phone. I was just like, just send it to them. Who cares? If they like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't. But something in me was like, go do it. I had no idea I was going to get there wrong at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, let me just go do it. Got dressed up, wore a thing, put shades on, everything. Been Jazz.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing is when you're doing it with readers,
Yeah.
that's their job. Like, you're paying them
Yeah.
to have this camera, whatever, a self-tape person. They usually tell you, they're like, oh, yeah, great job, you know. But they, this time, were like, dude, you killed that. Like, I don't know what else they could be looking for. I promise they said that. Jeremy and Michael, man, shout them out, man.
What's the name of their place? Is there like a studio?
JB Self-Tape Studios. Yeah,
JB Self-Tape Studios.
You go online, book them. Yeah, I'm bumping them. But anyway, but for real, they were saying that, and in my head, I'm like, yeah, y'all just saying that because they're supposed to say it. You know what I'm saying? But they were like, no, dude, like, I don't know what else they would want from Jazz. Like, this, you're Jazz, bro. And people support me, so I'm like, oh, it's like your mom saying, good job. It's like, I take it, but I'm not taking it deep.
You're like,
you're supposed to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm paying you. You know?
I'm paying you.
You're supposed to say great job every time.
Yeah.
But they were like, no, dude, like, if they put somebody else, just know it's not because of you, man, because you killed it. What? So I go do the chemistry read is on Zoom. And on Zoom, I'm sitting there, and I'm with Jabari. Shout out my nigga Jabari, man, who plays Will on the show. And he's doing the chemistry read with me. And we start talking for a little bit at the beginning. And this is going to tie back to Rel's show. We have 2 scenes to do. And I'm talking to Morgan Cooper. Yeah. And he's like, okay, do the first scene. So we do the first scene. Boom. At the end of it, he doesn't tell me to change it or anything. He was like, okay, let's do the second one. Right then in my head, Ricky, right then I go, I didn't get the part. Because from what I got booked on series regular before, the director told me to do it 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. Different. You know, I'm going to change the line here. Do it again. Okay, well, do it this way. And so I'm like, oh, so that's the way that you get casted.
Yeah, you get feedback and you get adjusted all this.
So I do the first thing. He was like, no, do the second one. And you know how it is in auditions. Sometimes they do that to, like, they know that you're not it, so they just push you. But they can't be like, just stop, get out. But hurry up and finish type time. So I do the second scene. It was great. Hey, great job, Jordan. I gotta immediately, like, I press hang up and I call my mom within 0.3 seconds. Mom, I didn't get it. What do you mean? Did you fuck up? Like, what? Like, you didn't get it? Did you mess up? Nah, he just didn't really ask me much, you know?
Yeah.
Hour or 2 later, I get a call saying I'm testing for the show. As I've explained, testing is like, okay, when you're basically in the running for the role, but it has to do with, like, okay, we have to lock in the contract, either that, or it's between you and 2 guys, between you and 3 guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's you know, you're up for the role, but we don't know yet. So it's like one more step.
It's the last step before.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
So
I was testing for 4 days.
4 days.
It was a weekend, and it was a Jewish holiday on Monday. And I did this on Thursday. And it wasn't going to by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday because it was a Jewish holiday. And then Tuesday, I knew, and I got it.
What?
And the whole weekend, I couldn't even go out that weekend. I was like, just my nerves, because you don't want to get too attached to a role.
Yeah.
But like when you're so close, mentally, you can't, you're going to be attached.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? You can't just act like, oh, yeah, it don't matter. Yeah, do.
No, it does.
Change your life in a way. So I got it on Tuesday, man. And long story short, I got the role, and we shot. I was the last. Jazz was like one of the last characters casted. So they had already been shooting like stuff in Philly and stuff like that. Because then they come to LA, and I pick them up from LA. Yeah. So the funniest part is that the first day of shooting, Morgan Cooper, the showrunner, just the genius behind everything. Yeah. Great guy, man. Love Morgan. Shout out Morgan Cooper, man. Yeah. And we all have lunch together, like, you know, like lunch break. And he was like, man, so how'd you feel when you got the role? I was like, well, nigga, I didn't think I got the shit because y'all had me waiting and stuff. And he was like, yeah, that's crazy because logistically, that's what they have to do. But he was like, right when you came on screen, I knew it was you.
Wow.
He told me. Like, before you even auditioned, like when you came on, you was just talking to Jabari.
Yeah.
You guys were just talking. I was like, I knew it was you. What? And I was like, what? Now, keep in mind, they can't tell you that.
Yeah.
But in your head for 5 days? Like, come on, my nigga. Like, I'm over here dying. Like,
you're like,
what? Like,
look
at the club, you all right? No, I'm good.
I'm still thinking about it.
I'm just thinking. I'm just in my head about it. But I can't tell them that I'm up because I don't want to jinx it. So no, I'm good.
Yeah, it's like, I'll be like, I'll keep it till it's real. I'll say nothing till it happens. I get that call, then I'm like, all right, this was happening.
But that was my journey from turning it down. Turning it down.
And then you said you did the self-tape once, went there, taped for it. Was there a callback for it, or was it
No
straight to
callback,
testing?
straight to chemistry read.
Straight to chemistry read, and then you tested after the chemistry read.
And then I tested after the chemistry read.
What? So there was no call. They just saw it and was like, all right, boom.
Which in a way was kind of good because, you know, when you test, you have to go back in and do it again.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go back in and test because it was COVID. Because we're doing everything through Zoom. So testing is just, okay, now we're going to show them your tape that you already did. Thank God. Because I'm like, I already did this.
So this is
Don't
all
give me
on
another
Zoom.
opportunity to fuck up.
Yeah.
Even though I won't, but like, there's more opportunity for you to, fuck.
Yeah, because you're overthinking, like, no, I'm going to change this,
You know
and
what?
then you can
Yeah, exactly.
get yourself out of the
I
room.
just use the same stuff that I use, which is great.
What? And this is all over Zoom. This is when you're doing the Zoom
that's
tapes.
the craziest part, man. The pandemic, man. Because I'm the
pandemic.
type of person when I do auditions, like I like to be in person.
Same.
I like to show, like
Yeah.
before we even go through the lines, show you how charismatic I am. We talking about your shoes. Oh, you like Jordans? Oh, I like this guy. Now go.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you messed up, but I actually like this guy.
Exactly. You already built that rapport early on. Where it's like,
But for some people, they'll be shy. They love self-tape. I don't
Yeah.
have to go in the room. I can just give you my best tape, and you can see it.
and they can just do it over and over again until they get the their best tape. But when you in there, it's like you got one take.
I
two.
like that, man.
Yeah, I
Like,
love
even
it.
if I mess up, I don't care. Me personally, I don't care. If I'm casting, like if I'm a writer, I'm not a writer, but if I am, and I'm casting for a show, and I like this person, and they mess up a line, I'm not gonna be like, oh well, yeah, he's out of here. He messed that line up. Like, no, he's good. I mess lines all the time. Like, actually, auditioning is the hardest part of acting. It's not actually getting the role.
Yeah.
And you know that.
Yeah.
And when it sounds like, bro, that shit is probably easy when you're doing it.
Yes, it is.
Auditioning for it was
Auditioning
hard
is
as hell.
the hard because when you audition, there's no world. You have to create that
You
world.
have to create it.
There's no costumes. There's no person you're acting opposite. You acting with
more
your
pressure 'cause
friend,
you
your
don't have
girlfriend. You acting with people that's not really going to give you something.
need to
And there's
make
no
that scene
props.
right.
There's nothing like that. But when you get once you get past that and you get to set, like if you're in an audition, you got to fake like a damn truck just crashed or something's falling down. It's a building collapsing. You gotta really tap into your imagination in that audition. But when you get to set, they gonna have the whole set built. They gonna have
To where like
props,
I can't
stunts.
do nothing but shit.
You can naturally react because
Yes.
it's gonna be there for you to play off of. You're like, oh shit, that just happened.
And the pressure. It's like I can do whatever I want because there's no pressure. I already got casted.
Yeah.
So like no matter what, they can't be like you did that line wrong. Let's get somebody else.
Yeah.
People do that shit all the time,
True.
bro. Like you fuck up a line because you're a human being.
Yeah.
Oh my bad. Let me do it one more time.
Yeah.
You can't do that. And auditioning is the hardest part of acting. Being on when you go to the premiere and you see me in the shit, and you see you in the shit, and you're like, man, it was great, man. That was a great scene. It's like, bro, that was not that it was easy, not in a bad way, but just like, man, it was way harder to audition for the same part.
Oh no,
way harder.
It's harder to audition.
Way harder.
Way harder to audition.
Because you're like, oh my god, I can't fuck up. It's just the stakes are so much higher.
Yeah. And it's the stakes, and it's like this is
Yeah, you
this is what
fucked up,
gets
but
you
we'll
wrong.
fix that in post.
Yeah, exactly. They can
Imagine if you
edit
mess up.
around it and all that
Yeah.
shit. It's like when you audition,
We'll just use another shot.
Yeah, it's an art to the audition.
Yeah.
It's an art.
You
You really
gotta-
have to it's different. It's polar opposites. Auditioning and being on set. Two different worlds, man. Two totally different worlds.
you
Like
get
some
that
people
wrong.
are great auditioners and they get the set and don't know what the fuck is
Don't
going
know
on.
what the fuck's going on.
And vice versa. Some
Vice
people are
versa.
horrible
Horrible
auditioners, but
audition,
it's
but
like
if I
just get
get
me
it,
if I get in the set, it's
If
like,
you-
oh, it's a
when you
wrap.
see this on TV, it's gonna be look fire. You're 100
Because you
you're
got the whole
100%.
world behind you. But when you're in that, you gotta play with your damn sides and all of
Yeah.
that. It's like, oh my god, I gotta really showcase and try to create this world so people believe it for the audition.
100%. 100%.
But damn, that's wild. So you got that chemistry, then tested, then got it.
Yep.
How has that been? Like you get it, right?
Yeah.
How is it? Like what's going through your head? Because you're playing Jack. You're playing an iconic
Absolutely.
character. Yeah. Like how is that? Because the motherfucker's still around, it's still alive.
Yeah, talk to him.
It's a whole thing. It's like, so how are you like? I know it's a different take on it, so maybe that helps. But like, still, it's still jazz,
Yeah,
and y'all still have everybody's name.
I'm about to say I'm gonna get into that because I get asked this all the time. Where it's like, okay, so like, how'd you tap into jazz? Because if you've seen the show is so dramatically different, literally dramatically different. As in, it's a drama. I'm funny in it sometimes, but like there's humor in life. So yes, but it's not like I'm trying to be comedically funny. This isn't the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. This is just Bel Air.
It's Bel Air, yeah.
And so I talked to him. And the thing is, no, I'm not in my trailer going, okay, so how would Jazz do this and how would I tap in? And no, because even the lines are so different. In the first one, Hillary never likes him, and this one is my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
so,
what I was like, yeah.
Exactly. So it's so different that I don't have to tap into him. And on top of that, talking to him, at the premiere and stuff like that, he was like, hey man, I seen the first episode, like, keep doing you. Like, just keep doing you. Like, you're doing it perfectly. And I think that's a blessing because even with Will Smith, people, because this is Will Smith's Westbrook and stuff like that. And it's like, at the end of the day, his hand is not completely in it. Like, yes, he produces it, but he lets Morgan do what he wants. He's not like, oh, I want to change. He's not that hands-on, which is great.
Yeah.
He's more trusting. Cause you say, oh, you're not hands-on. It's like a diss. It's not a diss. It's like, no, I trust you to do saw the trailer. Yeah. I invest in this now. Yeah. And I trust you to do all this stuff.
That's dope.
And to make it different. It's not like you don't know what I would do. No. That's not him or any of the old cast. They're very supportive. And I think that's the best part of our show is that we don't have to act like them because it's a different show. Yeah. Even though Jabari has some of Will's mannerisms because just naturally he does, but not on purpose, just naturally.
It's crazy, yeah.
That's why he got cast.
Yeah.
And he's great, man.
That charisma, that charm, it's really bleeds through. I was like, Dad, this is crazy.
100%. But like for me, my character's kind of different. Yeah. I'm like more like the guru. I say this all the time. I'm like Will's Jiminy Cricket. I say this all the time where it's like Jazz was kind of like, in not a bad way because it's a comedy, but just like the butt of the joke in a way, like, oh, I'm gonna say something that's funny because it's kind of stupid. Yeah, I'm really giving wisdom and stuff like that, and giving advice. And
you giving like when y'all on the hill.
At the beginning, at the end.
All of that, like you laying the gems on them, and I love that. Like,
and that is so different from the original Jazz, which is a good thing. But it's so different that I don't have to be or tap in to what was. I kind of created this kind of new Jazz in a way.
Jazz for the new generation.
Yeah. Of course, subconsciously, I have him in the back of my head. Yeah. Like, I watch
it's your favorite show. Yeah. It's like Hearts. It's like,
I
come
know
on.
What it is, but like when I'm looking at lines, I can't even be like him because he would never got these lines.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a whole different talent.
Yeah.
How has it been, Bel Air? Like, it's a hit show. It's y'all doing season 2. Like, have you seen the change, I guess, in like your celebrity?
I would say I'm definitely noticed more. Yeah. Definitely noticed more. I'm not big on like, all that. Like, at the end of the day, like we all gotta, what did my mom say? We all gotta shit and pee and bleed. So at the end of the day, who you are, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those, but like, yes, I'm definitely, I get noticed more. I definitely like take more pictures and stuff like that. But I would say that the biggest thing for me, because it's always about the work for me. Like all that stuff is great. It's great that I'm being recognized and it's cool being a celebrity and stuff like that. But I think the best thing, honestly, was the fact that, as I turned the audition down, and then, okay, now we're shooting it, and I know it's going to be good. Yeah. And then now the first, not trailer comes out, but like the first kind of snippet, oh, Bel Air's coming out, boom. Yeah. No trailer's out. And you see the shit talking. You see, what the fuck is this? And this weak ass shit. And I have to be in my head like, I can't even blame y'all because I was on the same shit. Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to do this. What are you doing? Yeah. And I think the best part in this whole journey for me was when the trailer came out. When the trailer came out, the 2-minute trailer. Yeah. And everybody I know who was shitting on it was like, bro, this looks crazy. Yeah. Because you know how reboots are, and this is no disrespect to any reboot. Yeah. Like, if it's a reboot, you're doing the show again, and people are always going to have their opinions on. I love the first show so much that no matter what, I hate this one.
No matter what.
I've met people like that. Yeah. I've met a waitress. We was all out eating. Yo, you guys look like actors or something. Yeah, we're in this new show, Bel Air. Oh, you the new one? You the new first one? Yeah, I don't like that. Well, I mean, we're in it, but also like you should try it. It's not bad. Yeah. No, I'm such a fan of the first one. I can't even try. She'll be like 70. And I was like, yes, ma'am. Do what you want. But I'm like, man, there's some people like when you do something good and that's your stuff, you do a reboot. No matter, you don't have to watch it. I'm not going to watch it because of what it is.
Just the loyalty to the original.
Exactly, which is actually like in a way I respect like, whatever. But like the show is good, man, and Of course I'm biased. Of course I'm in the show.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff that I've been in that I'm like, it's all right.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't watch the show.
Yeah.
You know, like for me personally,
Yeah.
All Rise is a good show. I don't watch it.
Exactly.
You know?
But that's the thing though. Like that's with acting. Like a lot of the stuff you go out for, you really not a fan of. You don't really watch. You're just doing it because you're an actor. So you're like, man, I got a job. You don't care what it's on. I gotta be on the show. I get to be on it, do it. But I'm not about to watch it. Like
exactly.
I mean, we've all been on like I've been on NCIS. I've been on
everything,
both of them.
Bro,
I never
like,
watched.
I don't watch this every Sunday. At 3, you know what I'm saying?
And I can't binge it. That shit's like 18 seasons.
And it has nothing to do with it being good or not. It's just not my show.
Not
Everyone has their own show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good shows I don't watch.
Yeah. And there's so much content. There's so much stuff. But it's like you just have to like that's what it is. There's so much stuff, so you find what works. And then when you are on a show like Bel Air, it's a different type of response to it because people are hitting you up more. Because I like that's how it is. Because I've noticed that in my acting journey. Like when I'm on like NCIS or like another show, like I get people that hit me up and stuff. And they be like, yo, I saw you in this. Just like the few people who may watch the show or whatever, like, who are fans. The most of the people ain't, like, the homies, they ain't watching that shit. Like, they see when I post on Instagram. You feel me?
Or turn it on for your scene.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Exactly. They'll do that. That's the kind of support. They ain't going to watch it. But when you're on a show that's like a hit that everybody watches, it's a different type of, like, I'm getting texts, I'm getting emails, I'm getting everything.
I say that all the time. I say it's the difference between I'm on a show and my homies are talking about it because they're supporting me and they turn it on to see me and turn it off when I'm not there.
Yeah.
Then, I actually just happened to watch this show because it's my favorite show and my boy's on it.
Yes. That's a whole
such a
different.
Better, like my uncle called me and he was like apologetic and he was like, hey man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was watching this show, man. I forgot your ass was on it, man. I forgot. And I was like, it was like my fault, bro. And I was like, you don't understand. That's the best compliment I could have got. That you forgot that I was on it.
Because you enjoyed the show.
It's a good show.
It's a good show. So you're like,
great
exactly. That's the best feeling. It's like, yo, this is dope. Oh shit, and Jordan's in it. What the fuck? Like, because you're already gonna watch it. Yeah. So it's just
So like for me, like Snowfall, that was it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, that was like the show. That was the. Like, NCIS, and we have heard about these shows and stuff like that, and they're great.
Yeah.
But they're just not me, like what I watch. But I watch Snowfall. So to be on Snowfall was so great because I'm like, I already know this plot line.
Yeah.
And I'm so, like, this is my favorite show.
Yeah.
This is my favorite show.
Yeah.
Snowfall is my favorite show.
On it, it's like, what the fuck?
And it's so good, and, I'm on it, and I get to see it, and as I'm watching current time.
Yeah.
As in, like, I'm caught up because it's my favorite show. So we're doing season 3. I'm like, can't wait for season 3 to come. Now I'm in it. Now I'm watching the show each week and then get to see me is a blessing, but it's also just a great feeling.
It's a great
because it's not just about you. It's about I want to be on something that's good.
Yeah,
that people watch just cause.
As an actor, you want to be on stuff like that. Like that's what I noticed. The difference. Like because when I did like Your Honor and like Winning Time, people were actually like watching those shows.
The show,
and I felt it because I get people like, oh yeah, I saw you on this and that. Oh cool, and commercial. But when they Winning Time and Your Honor, they like
watching it because it's a good show.
It's a good show. They're like, yo, you were Brian. I'm like.
Yeah,
nigga. This is tight. This is getting tight.
Yeah, man, I was watching this because I knew it was gonna be good, and on top of that, like, isn't it? For sure, watching this, like, for real. Bro,
no, but damn, that's a crazy journey. You always, I want to bring this up because you got it on your chain. I feel that plays a huge part in your success. Call God. What does that mean to you? And when did you coin that phrase? Because you always put it on like damn near all your posts in the comments. Come on.
Always. I think call God is just, it's a lot of people. I'll put it this way. A lot of people, when things are going good, if you're a Christian or not, whatever, you know, thank God. Thank God, man. I'm so thankful or whatever.
Yeah.
But when things are bad, it's just a reminder to thank God because, as a Christian, I'm the type of person that's like, even if you're going through the storm, don't pray the storm away because this is going to help you. You don't see why it's helping you because you're killing yourself right now and you hate this moment. Oh, my God, why am I going through this? Oh, my God, I want to cry. I can't do this. Yeah. But then once you get to the other side, you realize these times were very helpful to who you are as a person. Yeah. And I always credit everything to God. And so for me, it's like, God, thank you so much for putting me in this great situation. Mm-hmm. But God, also thank you so much for putting me in this bad situation because in that bad situation, I learned. I learned. and I became a better person because of this. And nothing happens for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. So call God is just a reminder that, hey, no, the lights go off, call God.
Yeah.
Why you thanking God? Don't worry about it. I don't even know why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But I will be thanking him once I get over this and realize what it is and be like, thank God for that moment. Because people like to thank him only when they're doing good, but when they're doing bad, man, why is this all happening to me? Because you don't know. You don't know why it's happening. You don't know why you're going through this journey. You'll see later. You'll see later. And once you do, you're like, man, so glad I went through that.
Yeah.
So it's just a constant reminder to always appreciate everything you have. Thank God for what he's giving you. And even if you're having a bad day, it's for a reason. You know, it's not an L, it's a lesson.
It's a lesson, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not a loss, it's a lesson.
It's a lesson. So it's just my constant reminder.
Love that, man.
Of that. Just, hey, even when I'm feeling that, you know, a car guy, man, because it could be worse.
It can be.
And also this, I'm going to get through this. And then once I do, I'm like, man, thank God I went through that. Because now I know how to handle that situation.
Exactly.
Right? You know what I mean?
I love it, man.
So, yeah.
Call God, baby.
Call God.
When, just to wrap things up, you talked about your mentality.
I'm so glad you went to that because I was like, I got to go back to that. Absolutely.
Yeah. The mentality you have to have in this business. Talk about the type of mentality you have and the type of mentality, like, give the people some game on.
I will sure do this, man. Jimmy Iovine has this documentary with Dr. Dre about like beats. It's like I forgot what it's called, but they have a documentary together. And in the documentary, he talks about horses and how horses have their blinders on. If you watch a horse race, they have these things on the side of their eyes that kind of look like little cups, kind of like little goggles, but they're on the side.
Yeah.
And they're blinders.
Yeah.
And the reason why they have these blinders on is because if they're looking at the horse next to them or anything, they can miss a step, fall, whatever, like lose the race. Don't worry about anything. And he said this and it's stuck with me forever. And that's how you should take on life, your profession, your career, acting, everything. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people who are our age or whatever and might be more successful than us. Yeah. That's their road. That's their journey. Yeah. Maybe God couldn't give them that journey that we have because maybe they couldn't take it. Yeah. You know, whatever the case is. Yeah. But they're not you. You might look, you know, especially because of social media, man. You're looking at social media, you're like, man, I could have been there. That could have been me. Yeah. I'm his age. We got the same. I'm a way better actor than him. That's not your road, though. That's not your lane. You have to go through your career like that horse with blinders on. You just worry about the finish line. Because by the time you get to the finish line, you'll look back and be like, damn, I'm actually so glad I didn't do that role that I wanted so bad that he got or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just because they went through it doesn't mean that you're not going to get every, you know, there's different battles for who you are. So you stay in your race and you stay in your lane and you get to that finish line and don't worry about who got to that finish line before you or even who you're ahead of. You know what I'm saying?
Just look about how far you've come.
None of that stuff is important because you're only living your life. It doesn't matter. Perfect example, Algie Smith.
Algie Smith from Euphoria.
Yes.
Okay.
Great actor, great guy. I think I've met him once, but like, no, he probably doesn't know me or anything. But we both went out for the New Edition story. He played Ralph Tresvant. And I went out for that. Really? And I wanted so bad. I didn't get it, all this stuff. And he's great. He's great at it. You know, kudos to him. We both have careers. It's great. Yeah. But at the time, this was years ago. I was like, man, it was so sad. I didn't get this. I got it with you. But then afterwards, like 2 months later, I got the Rail Show. Damn. For me, it was like at the time, you're like, oh my God, like, I'm so sad I didn't get this role, but I ended up getting another role. Yeah. It's not about being bigger or nothing like that because they're both just roles on the show. But I'm happy that I end up doing that. For real, yeah. And I wouldn't have been able to get the chance to do that if I got casted in that or whatever the case was. And I probably would have been happy either way, but it's like, because I'm happy and looking hindsight, it's like, at the time you don't think, oh, it's okay. I don't mind not getting this role because in 2 months I'm gonna get. You're not thinking that way. You're like, this is it right here. This is all I got. Yeah. And then you do that, and you're like, wow, I wouldn't be able to do this if I did this. Exactly. Or like even Ptolemy Gray being on hold for that, and I was like, man, I was on hold for 2 months or whatever. But like, I threw it away, but I knew I did great in the audition. Yeah. Wouldn't be able to do Bel Air if I was on there. And I'm so happy I'm doing Bel Air. Exactly. So like, your race is your race. What God has in store and what doors are open for you are open for you. If not, they're not. They're not open. So I would say, going back to what I said, keep those blinders on. Don't worry about what another nigga's doing or another woman's doing or damn, he's 22 and I'm 29. Damn, I'm behind. I need to start working hard. It's not about that.
It's not about that.
It's
man.
about what's for you is for you, and no one else can take it. And if you didn't get the audition, don't think, oh my God, I'm a failure. No, that just wasn't for you. Yeah. Thank God for that. I also think about the law of averages, which is the more no's you get, the closer you get to your yes. Yeah. So when I get my no's, no, you're not gonna be in this or whatever. Thank God for those no's, because I know my yeses over there.
Around the corner. I gotta get the no's out the way. You gotta build them up.
Another no, perfect. I'm getting closer to my yes, closer and closer. So,
and that's what it's about, man.
That's what I would advise people.
You just love it. Stay in it. And your yes will come.
If you know what I'm saying, I would just lastly, that's what I would tell people who are aspiring.
I was about to say that's your camera right there.
You know what I'm saying? No, for real.
Talk to the people, like with any gems that you can give.
I think that's the best gem I got.
You've been dropping gems all throughout, but like just as far as like their journey, or people who are, you know, aspiring to be actors, or like they want to follow your steps, or like be where you are. Like, I mean, you already dropped the coaches' names and stuff, but like your work ethic, like what can you give to the people to?
I mean, kind of, you know, obviously not to reiterate, but kind of what I said, but also like, as a human being, you know, people say like work hard. Yeah. Only you know how hard you're working. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You can lie to people all you know, but the proof is in the pudding. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sitting here and telling people what to do, because you know if you're working hard. You know if you're taking the class that you need to. Even if you're not, you know why you're not. Yeah. Because you're still working on it. I'm trying to work on myself. So you know, I'm not like, oh, you went in 2 classes this week? Oh, you're not working hard enough. It's not like that. You know, like that's not how it is. But you know yourself if you're working hard enough. Yeah. And if you are working hard enough and you know you have the talent, just stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I would say, is just stick with it. Because, you know, like winners never quit, quitters never win. Yeah. And if you know how good you are at something, you know if you're bad at something, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like people try to be in denial, but it's like, you know. I know I'm not a good rapper. You just got to be real with yourself. Yeah. I know I'm not a good rapper, so I don't rap. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a good actor. I'm not the best at all, but I know I'm good, and I know if I keep working at it, blessings will come. Yeah. So I would say just stick with it, number one. But like I said, man, don't worry, because it's so hard too, because we live in a day and age of social media where everybody posts all the great stuff. You don't see, oh my God, the person I'm following actually has terrible days. They have bad days. Yeah. You just look at, oh my God, and they got something else, and they got something else, and oh my God, I'm better, and they're younger, and I don't understand why not. Oh my God, maybe I should quit because I'm not good. Don't look at what other people are doing.
Don't focus on that, man.
Don't, like, you can't.
Sometimes I take fast. I take you know, little sabbaticals from social media, especially when I'm like writing or doing other things. I like to.
I remember I was like, man, where the fuck is Rickey shit?
Yeah, I'll be gone, man. I'll be out of there. Like I just dip. I don't tell nobody. I'm like, I'm not on it for a couple months, and then. But I notice how much more I get done too. Fair. Because, you know, they got the timer. Not worried about. Yeah, you're not worried, because like if you watching like say you watch stories and you watch like 15 stories, nigga, that's like 2 hours. Like it depends on how much that person has posted. It's like, damn, I just watch these niggas whole day.
I hear you.
But I ain't really living my shit out.
I ain't doing it. I'm just looking at what other people are doing.
Exactly. So I gotta take away from that. I'm like, let me step away, especially when I want to lock in and do something. I'm like, I know it's going to force me to work on whatever I need to work on, because I'm like, damn, I got all this extra time. And it's like, damn, because usually you spend, 3-4 hours on Instagram a day. So if you cut that out, you could get way more
what else you going to do in 3-4 hours?
Exactly. And I remember the first time I did it, I was like, damn, it was weird how much fucking time I had. I was like, damn, what the fuck do I do all this time? Like, shit, like it's crazy, but it's
something
sometimes
productive.
It's needed. Yeah, but it's something. Yeah, you got to do something. Shit. Yeah. But that's like what you said with social media. It's like sometimes, step away, clear your mind. If you feel like you're getting trapped in and comparing, like step away, regroup, focus on yourself, do some self work, and then come back at it. But yeah, man, Jordan, this was dope, my nigga.
It's great, man. This is great.
This is fun, my nigga. Who would you like to share the screen with?
Wow, that's a great question.
Who would you want to share the screen with?
I would say this. As of right now, shout out Damson Idris. He's one of my favorite actors.
He's cold.
I have two new favorite because the cliche. Oh, Denzel, Leonardo.
Yeah, and I had that on here. I was gonna be like, yo,
you want to do
who would
something
you
with
want
Will
to share
Smith
with?
because you on the show?
Yeah.
Like, of course, duh.
Yeah.
Like they're
but like,
legends.
other than the fucking
yes.
like the obvious, like, oh yeah, I want to do Eddie Murphy, Denzel. But like, who would you like? That's out here. Because like for me, I think like one of mine is like John. How the fuck you say his name? John Berthenol. I think that's how you say his last name. Berthenol. You know who?
Well, I probably do know who he
that
is.
Nigga worked. That nigga cold. He was he's in the new thing On the City on HBO. On the City. He was in Walking Dead.
I didn't watch Walking Dead either. I know it's a great show on AMC. I know it.
Damn. Okay. Who is he? Is he the Punisher? He's the Punisher.
Oh, it's the Punisher?
Yeah.
Okay, I know that nigga.
Yeah, that nigga. Yeah. He's the Punisher.
That's great.
John
Okay.
He's cold. That motherfucker cold. He been in a lot of shit. But that's like one of mine. Like that I like yeah. I want to rock with him one time.
I have three, not in any order.
Okay.
But Da Vinci.
Oh, Da Vinci?
Yeah, All American and
that's what I
and what's his name? BMF.
Yeah,
I think
BMF,
he's great. I just think he's great, man. I just think that he's just very natural.
What?
And if you want to be honest, I think he carries the show. BMF, I think so.
BMF, yeah.
Honestly, I love Russell Hornsby and everybody,
Hornsby.
but like I loved it, just especially when you're the same age. Not that we're comparing about what we get, but like seeing somebody around your age and like doing, I'm like that nigga's cool, man.
Yeah, he's real cool dude too.
Real okay, bet.
I'm gonna have him on here too.
Oh word. Okay, so you know. Oh, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I was like, that's why I was like,
I've
that's
never
crazy.
met him. I just think he's a great actor, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell him when I have him on here.
Yeah,
but
please. Hey, shout me out.
I'm like, my nigga Jordan say he want to share the screen with you.
Real, man.
All right, I'm definitely tell him that.
He's great to me. He's great. I think he carries. Obviously, the sounds in a certain way, but he's my favorite part of BMF. Just like his acting, and just like, because the best part about acting is you don't look like you're acting, and he's one of those people that doesn't look like that.
Okay, Da Vinci, I like
Da Vinci. Damson Idris.
Damson.
I did Snowfall with him.
You did, but you want to do it on another level.
Do something like
where you get into.
Maybe it'll never happen, whatever. But like he is a great actor to me. Man.
He's cold. I'm a fucking cold.
He's so good, bro. Yeah. Anybody from London or the UK, who plays a nigga from Compton or the hood better than niggas actually.
No, and I was so skeptical of Snowfall because the homie Isaiah told me about Snowfall.
Okay.
When it was on, and I was like, because I'm real like I'm from LA, I'm from Inglewood, so it's like
LA,
I'm like nigga, I know this land, bro. Like they're not gonna be able to do it.
Ain't no way he can do that.
He can't do it. He don't know this land. So
and
I'm like,
he do it, and it's
so I'm always like,
I would do it.
Yeah. So I'm over here like. When I finally was like, oh, let me watch the Snowfall shit. I watched it and I was like, oh, this nigga cold.
Cold. Not just good. Oh, he's good.
No, he cold.
No, he's
and
like
I'm from
cold.
here. I'm like, oh, this nigga cold. And then I watched all his interviews.
One of the best actors ever.
Yeah, nigga cold. No, he up there. He about to be. He keep grinding like this. He up there because I watched all his interviews and like how John Singleton took him under the wing and took him to the hood and like had him go through this whole process to like get solidified. I was like, that's why, because like it bleeds through on Snowfall. Because I'm over here like even his enunciation, he like with the first shot. I was like, nigga, this nigga sound like he from LA.
He had two. It's like when we on set or the one time I was on set, maybe he was fucking with me. I don't know, but like he'll talk like hey, Chaos, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, get off his corners, let his people be.
Let his people be.
You feel me? Are you gonna find yourself a new plug?
And you gonna get off his corners? You gonna leave his people be? Or you the one that's gonna find yourself a new plug? You don't mean that shit? The fuck I don't.
That's how he talks in the show.
Like another nigga talk.
You don't like how another nigga talk.
Just cause you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Right? Which is crazy how I get tapped into that.
Yeah.
But then after like cut, then he'll just talk like regular, like American. Like, okay, guys,
Oh, just
he's not talking like this. Like, hey, guys, hey, we got lunch over there. No, he be like, oh, we have lunch over there. Just regular,
proper American English.
And then when it's time to go home, then he talks like this. Now I'm back to
because he's not working no more.
Absolutely,
what? Talk like that.
On a podcast,
So
like, he's just so talented, man. I just want to work with talented people. And lastly,
okay,
I don't know if you've seen The Boys.
No,
on
that's
Amazon.
the UK show, right?
No.
Oh no, I'm tripping. That's Amazon.
Yeah,
That's
Amazon.
the superhero shit.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
Anthony Starr.
Anthony Starr.
Bro.
Cold?
If you don't watch The Boys, you should.
I watched it because I auditioned for it, so I like watched a few episodes.
He plays Homelander. He plays the main character.
Go.
And he is probably my favorite actor right now.
Really?
Oh man, he's so good. Like I can't even explain it. Like there's no background or anything.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to I just want to work with talent like that. He is so good. He's so good. No spoilers. Imagine the hero of all of us is actually a villain.
Wait.
Yeah. Like imagine we had superheroes, but the main hero, like Superman.
Yeah, is a villain.
But like you think he's great.
Yeah.
He's really not though. He's really not great. But he has a story that like you believe him. It's like you feel for him.
Yeah.
That like he's honestly if you haven't seen it, just turn it off. But regardless, I'm gonna say it. He's a hero who's basically Superman of this world.
Yeah.
But he's really a villain.
Oh shit.
But the reason why he's a villain, you understand though.
Yeah.
It's like Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther. Like, yeah, he was the villain, but it's like, his whole family left him. Like, so, like, I'll be pissed too. Like, no, he's a dick and all that, but like, you don't know. Like, you watch Disney shit and you're like, oh, there's the hero, here's the villain. And you don't know the background. And you're like, well, actually, if my whole family cared about this one nigga, didn't care about me ever, I'd say fuck them niggas too.
Exactly. So you feel for him. You feel for that.
And he's such a good actor. He, in a way, lets you. He's like, you know what? Even though he just killed all them people. Yeah. Maybe I would too if niggas was talking to me crazy and said this and told me I was never going. That's not the plot, but I'm just saying that. If I was treated a certain way upbringing, by the time I got the chance to do something, I would maybe. Damn. And so he embodies the character so well, man. Okay. So Da Vinci, Anthony Starr, Damson Idris, those are people that I would love to share the screen with.
All right. Sure. I remember you talked about your manager, but how did you get with your agency?
That's actually no long story behind that. Actually, sometimes it's like
because you're with UTA.
I'm with UTA.
UTA,
but
okay.
like my manager, I was on the rail show and I was testing for rail in the neighborhood. And as I was testing, it was kind of like I don't know the word for it, but it was kind of like in a way bait for them to like get me. It was like, okay, we got this guy, Jordan Jones. He's testing for these 2 shows. Don't miss out. Yeah, because they're one of the biggest agencies. And they're like, oh man, he's testing for 2 shows, and they picked me up, and then I'm an agent now, which I love. Yeah, and everything. But it wasn't like I had them before. Yeah, it was the truth is, it was during. It was kind of like a bargaining.
Yeah, thing. It's like yo, and motherfuckers don't want to miss out on the next hot thing. It's like yo,
pick him up because you don't know he can go to another agency. But if you want another, like, all right, we got it. What's he testing for? Okay, got it. And then afterwards is when we kind of, because usually it's different. It's like okay, and then you take meetings. Yeah. Like this one was like, okay, then after you got to know me, and they're like, okay, do you want to go to UT? I'm like, I do. Do they want to go with you? Yeah. So
got with them. Okay. And then you've done, multiple series regulars. How has that been? Like, are you still auditioning? 'Cause I like to give people like the real.
Oh, the real. Absolutely.
Like, are you still auditioning or are you getting offers? Because, the common misconception is different. 100%. Like for people like watching.
I seen him on TV, so he gonna be in everything. Yeah, he got 16 million. Coming. He got $1,700 million, and he the richest man in the world. Because I seen him on Peacock. I seen him on Peacock. Bro, you already know how it is, bro. Nigga, I'm sure that happens to you. You see him on TV, nigga. Where he got 9 cars, 20 shows. Like, bro, what world do y'all think this is? Like, I'm doing okay. But with this show, it's changed a little bit, but I definitely still audition. But also, I have got offered a couple things. Okay. I can't talk about these projects yet because they're not out. Just follow me on Instagram at Jordan L. Jones.
Come on.
On Twitter at Jordan L. Jones _. And, I'll keep you up to date. But yes, like I've got a couple offers, but I audition still all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
It's a career long journey.
There's certain roles when you get that role, you don't have to audition anymore because that's like Damson probably doesn't audition anymore. Yeah. And not on some pompous shit. It's just like, hey, you already know what he coming with.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what he coming with. Auditioning for what? Do you want him or not? Like, what's the audition gonna change for you? Yeah. Oh, but the audition, he was way better. Like, bro, you seen all his real everything. Samuel Jackson, you make him audition. You cannot cast him, which is fine. But like, Eddie Murphy, all these people, they don't audition. Damson, I don't think Damson. If I would have a gun to my head, I'd be like, Damson doesn't audition anymore.
Yeah.
Because he's just so good. You already know.
He's doing the movies and everything. It's like you are, and he's the lead of the show for like 6 seasons or whatever. So it's like,
audition for what?
Yeah.
You can do several accents, speak several languages. Like, what the fuck are we auditioning for this nigga for? Do you want them? No?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Don't make that nigga do a self-tape.
Do a self-tape.
But that's the plan. The plan is to get to a place where you don't have to audition anymore.
Exactly.
But I don't mind it, man. It just keeps on. Matter of fact, with this, because we stopped shooting February, and I was talking about a couple other projects that I haven't started shooting yet, though. But from February to now, it was kind of like a long time. And the thing is, though, not that like we get rusty, like I know what I'm doing. Yeah. But it'll be like what I love about auditioning is it just kind of grinds those gears. It just keeps them loose. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't care if I get it or not. I'm practicing on acting instead of like getting rusty. Exactly. So. Yeah, I for sure still audition. Okay. Yeah, because people think, oh, that's Jazz on Bel Air, man. Yeah, he gonna be the next thing. Everything's easy for him. Like, what? Like, you have no clue how this shit even works. No clue.
That's why I want to give people the real, the authentic, because like that's how it is. People like, oh yeah, you made it. It's a rap. It's like. It's so much to this acting game.
So much. Too much.
On. Yeah, so it's like you really
the main part is he can be the best actor ever, and it don't matter.
Yeah.
Nothing once you get those, and you know this too, I'll say that like, it'll be worth it because it's like, okay, I'm paying for self-tapes, and I'm paying to do this, and I didn't get that role. Oh my God, I'm wasting money. But then when you do get the role, the amount of money we get paid is a good lump, you know what I'm saying? It's a good amount.
It's going to overcompensate for all that shit.
It's kind of like, I kind of got back pay, like, in a way, So it's always worth it. That's why I always say, like, if you are gonna act and stuff, like, invest, invest in the camera, invest in, I don't want to pay the self tape right now. I'm gonna pay him $100. Well, like if you get the role, you're gonna get way more than that. Yeah, Exactly. So you're investing in yourself. It's not a waste. It's not like I'm blowing money. You're investing in yourself. So
invest in yourself, invest in your time, invest in your career, y'all.
Absolutely.
My boy Jordan L. Jones, man. Hey, tell the people. I think you already did it, but tell people where you can find and what's next.
What's next is number one. Tune in to Bel Air on Peacock. If you have not seen season 1 is out now on Peacock.
Yep.
We start shooting next week, September 6th, for season 2. So be on the lookout for season 2. A couple projects that I'm going to be in, but I can't speak on, but just follow me. I'm on Instagram at Jordan L. Jones, and then on Twitter at Jordan L. Jones _.
Come on, man. Y'all follow my boy. Check him out, season 2, Bel Air. If you ain't caught up, watch Bel Air again.
Watch it again.
Watch it again and again. It's on Peacock. Stream that joint.
This time we'll try to make you forget who you are and where you came from. Don't let it do that.
That's the gym. Come on. We got to act it out the scene. I'm trying to put that side by side and see.
Yo, actually do that. This time we're trying to make you forget who you are and where you came from. Don't let it do that. Don't let it do that. Like, that nigga look different. He ain't do it as good as when he did it.
Yeah. That nigga did it better on the couch.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Giving Game the Podcast. My boy Jordan L. Jones dropped some gems today. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. Go stream his stuff. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like it. Comment for more. We're going to have some crazy guests coming up. And I'll see y'all next week with a new guest with some new game.
Next week.
Yeah. My dog.
Woo. Appreciate you, man.
Hell yeah, bro. We got it in.